All right, guys, welcome to this Tuesday's training. I know a few of you have emailed in, you're still trying to get on, but I'm going to start because I know some of you guys are in different parts of the world and it's early for you. So I'm going to get rolling. Jay, are you there, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, so looks like there's some questions coming in the Q&A. I'm going to start on my end, guys, with the forms. So first question, I know Katie, I don't know if you're on the call or not, but she had asked last week to confirm the optimal sizes for favicon, the mobile icon, and login images when designing the website. So you'll notice, guys, and we are changing this up. I am going to be going over kind of the whole review of the new update, but I want to answer some questions first. So you'll notice under website over here, once I click on colors and settings, you're going to see there's a new area. This is for the app that we just created. You'll have your logo. It's going to have your recommended pixels down here at the bottom. Okay, so for example, the header logo would be 500 by 100. The app icon is 500 by 500. And then the favicon is 32 by 32. Okay, now on the colors and settings stuff, when you're actually uploading images to PT Enhance, or if you're like doing your header image here, we're going to have those recommendations. So these alignments, these are off. They're working on putting these back in alignment, and they're going to add the recommended pixels underneath here as well. So it's going to look similar to this. Okay, that's going to be updated and released for the next deployment, which should be tomorrow. And just so you guys are aware of too, we wanted to get this out to you guys like ASAP. So there are going to be a couple alignment issues, design things that we still need to fix. So if you run across anything, please just email support@ptenhance.com. Don't email me or Jason. We don't handle that stuff. So if it does come to us, then we just have to forward it. So make sure that if you come across anything in your software or on the new app, please email support@ptenhance.com, as they work hand in hand with the developers, and you get priority once you send it through that channel. Okay. So that's where those pixels are going to be in those areas. And I know, Katie, I wrote you last week, so I just wanted to let you know that we are going to be updating it, make it a little bit easier, so you guys can see what the recommendation dimensions are right underneath the areas where you upload images. Okay. Looks like the other was from Jennifer. Yeah, so right now on the app, and let me plug my phone in. You'll notice on the app, the new app that we created, if you guys are using custom exercises, like if you have uploaded your custom exercises to YouTube, right now there is a JS conflict, which basically is just stating that if you were to go in and try to access that exercise on the mobile app, it's not playing the YouTube. That's going to be fixed, so that patch should be fixed tomorrow. But I'll just show you kind of what that looks like real quick. So for some of you guys that aren't understanding what I'm saying, let me just share my screen real quick. I'm going to do this on my phone so you guys can see it. All right, so if I click in here, and I'm going to show you guys too on the call how to get the new app on your phone. It's a little bit different than it used to be. And also the other thing that we came across too is when you click on programs, it's taken about 10, like when you hit functional strength, if you click on this, it does take a little bit of time to load because it's loading the whole entire program history. So the developers are working on that right now to limit what loads. So your clients are going to see just like maybe the first week or two of exercises, not all 4 weeks. That's why it's taking a little bit of time, because it's loading all that information. So we're working on that as well. But you'll notice in here, if I go to day A, I did add a custom exercise at the very bottom. So you'll see at the very, very bottom, it says test bench right here. Now this is my custom exercise that I added. If I were to click on that screen, it's not going to let me play it for right now. It'll be fixed tomorrow. But why it's doing that is because it's redirecting to YouTube, and it's not using our servers. So for example, if I were to go back into the regular program, one second, we go back in there. Now, if I were to go back into the regular program and use ours, it will play. Okay, so that's the only thing it's not working right now is the actual your custom exercises, but that fix we have a release for that for tomorrow. Okay, so that will be handled. So Jennifer, if you're on the call, your YouTube links will start working on mobile. Now this is just a mobile thing. This isn't with the new the tablet and the desktop. It's just on mobile, but that fix will be handled for tomorrow. Okay, so Jennifer, hopefully that answers your question.
It does. She says, awesome. Thank you, Brandon, very much. I do have another question for you while you're here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've noticed that a few customers have cleared their cache. That helps speed up the process through their computer. And can you show them how to do that?
Yeah. Okay. Let me. So for example, right now, if I'm on my mobile device, let me just go back in. So for example, if I'm on Safari and I want to clear my cache, now this is on a mobile device. Okay. I'd go click on Safari, and you'll notice down here. Let me get rid of this real quick. Hold on, guys. Let me get rid of all of these things in here. All right, let me get rid of that. So for example, let me resume. If you guys are looking at, this is me opening up Safari, you'll see down here at the bottom, that little, can you see my cursor, the little cursor moving around?
Yes.
Okay, so this right here is where you would click that, and that's gonna bring up all of your, so you can hit clear at the bottom, and you can go all time. And that's gonna clear everything on your cache. And next time you log in, it's gonna basically be a fresh browser. So that's where you would find that information. And it's going to be, once you click on it, it's that little, it's almost like a little, these are your bookmarks here. These are other saved things, but this is where you're going to have all of your history that you can clear. Now, Google, let me open up Google real quick if you guys are using Chrome. And just so you guys know too, on Chrome, for whatever reason, you can't get that browser on Chrome. So it has to be through your native app, in which if you're using an iPhone, that's Safari. Okay, so for example, let me show you this one. If you guys are on Google, so I'm using Chrome on my mobile device, you'll see down here these little 3 dots. If you click on those 3 dots, it's going to bring up history right here. And if I click on history, then I can go in there and I can click clear browsing data. And then you'll have options to go all time or for the day. I always go all time, but I don't ever check the save password. That means you're gonna have to go in and put all your passwords back in. All you're looking to do is clear out your cookies and your cached image. But I would do the browsing history, your cookies, your cached, and then autofill data. And then once you click clear browsing data at the bottom down here, what that's going to do is it's gonna clear everything. And then you're gonna start over. Once you click back into that, you were to click back in, it's going to start from a fresh browser. There's nothing in there. Okay.
Just clarify that it's not the bookmarks. It's your cache, not your bookmarks.
Yeah, you don't clear bookmarks. No, this is just your cache, and I just showed you both ways to do that on Safari and on Google Chrome. Now, if you guys are on Android, I don't use Android. I would just Google clearing cache on mobile device. And if you guys are using Internet Explorer, whatever their browser is, it's just real easy. Everyone does it. A lot of times, with anything in software, if you guys are using the app or whatever, and we do an update, if you don't clear it, basically what's going, it's loading past data. So once you clear it, then it will pull from our servers and then populate the new information. Okay. So if you guys have any questions with how to clear cache, that this didn't help for whatever reason, please email support@ptenhance.com. They'll walk you through your specific browser. Okay. So that's what I want to stop that. I'm going to go back to Chrome. And okay, so the other question I had was, okay, so Monique, if you're on, she says when they try to purchase a test product, the only billing state zip options are Australian. Okay, so for example, if you guys are just coming on, you're just setting up your shop for the first time, if you go under e-commerce and go under settings, what's going to happen, you'll notice under shop categories, shipping right here. Under shipping, it's going to default to Australia. So what you would want to do in here is you want to click in there and you would want to put, if you're, for example, in the United States, you would want to put the United States in there right here, United States of America. And then I would click on, actually, I'm going to delete real quick Australia because I'm not selling in Australia. And if you just put United States of America, and when you click Save Changes, what's going to happen is it's going to show when your client goes to purchase, it's going to give United States first. So you could have Australia in there. You could have other countries if you're selling in other countries, but you want to have your main country that you're selling in, or if your client's in, you want to have that first. Okay, so once you do that, when your client does go to check out, it's going to show United States, and then it's going to have all of the states located. So that's why, Monique, you're having that issue, because it says when you're trying to purchase, the only billing states that options are Australian. Okay, and obviously in here we'd want to change this to United States as well. Let me change that real quick. Let's go to United. So country United States, shipping countries that, and then once you're done here, next time your client goes in, and I'll show you real quick what that would look like. Go to a member list. And I don't even know if I have any test products, guys. I just created a new account. So actually I do. So let me go through that real quick. So what she's asking is if I go to my member and I were to log in as a client real quick under Brian and go into up here under shop, go under services, you'll notice once I add a cart, it's going to give me the option. So I check out, it's going to give me now, like if you go to state, it's going to have California and all that because I switched over from Australia. Okay, so now it's going to give me all the states in the United States. Now, for example, if you wanted to put in, because I only had United States in there, if you wanted to put Australia, you would see the Australia below it. You could select Australia or whatever countries that you're going to sell in. So hopefully that helps, Monique. I think that's what happened is you had Australia here. So when you go to select the state, it's giving you all the provinces in Australia. Or if you're in the UK, whatever, you follow the same steps. And then once your client comes through, they're going to be able to select that province and be able to fill out that information. Okay. So the other question, guys, I didn't have any other thing no, I didn't have anything else over the weekend as far as questions. So Jay, is there questions that we have right now in the Q&A that I can go over?
Yeah, there is. And Steve's on. He would like to know, could you show him what the format is for uploading CSV files? He keeps getting an error message.
A CSV file. For what's he trying to upload?
I'm assuming that's probably going to be contacts.
Contacts? Okay.
If you can message me and let me know for sure if that's what it is.
Yeah, let me, and Steve, if you're on the call, it's a great question. I've never done that, so let's figure it out together. A lot of these are questions that support at PT Enhanced handle because they deal with the support stuff, but I'll go over this, try to figure it out right now because that's a good question.
It
I know
is
that,
contact. Yes. Contact.
yeah, so Steve, just so you know, this functionality was added a couple months ago from people that were moving from other systems. And so I'm, to be honest with you, I've never done it. So let's go through and try to figure it out. So we're going to go under calendar. And I'm just going to go under go into appointment calendar. Actually, we're going into contacts, right? Is that what we're doing? Not calendar, we're going to contacts?
Yes, contacts.
Okay. Member list. So import clients from a CSV. So if I click on that, let's see what let's see if we have anything on the because we're switching up all the new stuff, guys. So let me pause this real quick. Steve, just give me 1 second, and I'll see if I can pull up the and just so you guys know as well, I'm actually going over all of the new videos. I have to refilm all the videos, so I will be going through these in greater detail. So if I don't find this answer today, then I'll have to. All right, choose file. Let's do this. Let me go into member list and see when you go add client or contact. I'm assuming, guys, Steve, I'm assuming what's going on here is we're going to have a first name, a last name, an email. What is your CSV right now? Where are you pulling your data from? Is there a, because what's going to happen is if you're pulling over from, like say Infusionsoft or MailChimp or whatever you're pulling your CSV from, let me know what that is, because we're getting the fields that we're gonna have in there is first name, last name, email. Assuming time zone. Let me, because what's going to happen is just going to upload them into contacts. It's not going to be an active client. So all you're going to do is you're going to be uploading that CSV, and it's going to pull it as a contact, I believe. Let me just do this. Let's see how this works on my end. If I were in here, Steve, just so you know, so if I go export this list to a CSV, if I click that, what it's going to do is it's going to give me a CSV here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can.
No, we can't see it.
I have to switch screens. I have to go to desktop. Okay. So this is the CSV that it's populating. So it looks like it's username, comma, first name, comma, last name, comma, email. So this is the format that you would need to follow. So what I would recommend is, so what's the error message you're getting, Steve? Are you just saying that format issue or something like that?
It says he keeps getting an error message within the program. And that was earlier, so he'll respond here in a few minutes.
Okay. Yeah, just so anyone that's on the call, if you guys are experiencing this issue, uploading your contact list, make sure you just reach out to support@ptenhance.com, because they're the ones, the developers basically tell them how to upload. I've never done it, so I was going to try to figure it out because I need to figure it out anyways for the videos. But it looks like if you were to actually export your whole list out, it's going to give you a CSV format, and that format is going to be, like I said, it's going to be, it's going to be username, first name. Steve, let me follow back up with that, and I'll put it in the, because I don't want to tell you guys what to do and it doesn't work. Like I said, I've never done this before. I've never uploaded contacts. I've exported out. So for example, you can export your list out and put it into MailChimp or into another CSV or whatever. But as far as importing in, every like Infusionsoft or Drip, it's all going to be a little bit different. So I think we'll have to
email. I'm sorry, Brandon, for interruption. He did send an email with what it shows, the screenshot of what's showing. It's saying that there is no username, but there actually is. The name is not present, but there is, and he sent a screenshot of that.
Okay. What I'll do, Steve, I'll have at 4 o'clock today is when I have my time, about an hour and a half with the developers. And so I'll bring this up for you, and then I will just email you tonight and give you the correct format. But let me know, email me. I know you got my email. Email me where you're pulling your data from, if it's from MailChimp or Infusionsoft or whatever. Because what they're going to know is they're going to know that what that actual format is. So give you some more information. But I haven't had anybody that's had any issues with it before. So it might be just something in the CSV that like didn't have a comma or something, but we'll get it figured out for you. Okay. I was going to try to do this on the call, you guys, but I honestly, this would probably take me an hour or so to figure out. And those of you that are on the call, I don't want you guys trying to watch that. So I will make sure that I figure that out today, and I'll post that in the group. So you guys will see an updated video of that. And then also, Steve, I'll email you personally. Okay.
He has a couple more questions, B.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it possible to send a message with shared resources?
Shared resources?
Yeah. So is it possible to send messages with shared resources?
Yeah, no. So how our resources work is everything that's uploaded in the system. Like I don't even have any in here, but if you upload your own resources, if it's a video or if it's a document, whatever it may be. For example, I'm under PTE resources. So these are all the resources that we give you with your account. There's documents, there's meal plans, there's videos, there's I think there's audios too. No, there's no audios for your clients. There is for your trainer resources. But what happens is in here, and I'm sure you're probably aware of this, is if you were to go in and say, for example, I wanted to send, and let's just say this was your resource, Steve. Let's say you did a video on fine-tuning your diet. If you go in here and you assign, let's say, for example, you assigned it to Brian and this guy and someone else, you could have a message that you can actually put in here that they will get with the actual resource, but it's not gonna send like a group, like it's not gonna be like a group deal. Basically what you're doing is you're assigning the resource, the client gets notified that there's a resource assigned to them, and then they'll be able to see this actual message and be able to watch the video or download the document or listen to the audio. But when you're saying shared messages, I'm not really understanding if you're talking about just send a message out to a bunch of people and say, hey, here's a resource for you to watch. Is that what you're kind of saying?
It seems that way, because also the second part is can resources be shared via MailChimp?
No. MailChimp, the only thing we have MailChimp for is for, and I'll go into that. That's a good question. The reason why we have MailChimp, and let me just kind of go over this, is when you go to create a message, you have a couple options here, okay? Let's say, for example, you can go out to just an individual client, or you can go out to a group, okay? So if we go and send a message to individuals, that message is in the app or in the desktop or tablet version, and it's just between the trainer and the client, okay? That's how it goes back and forth. You also can do a group message, which turns into a thread. So if you guys are doing like a boot camp or whatever, and you send a group message out, what will happen is anyone that's in that group is going to see the responses. So it turns into like a kind of a group messaging experience, okay? Now, the reason why we had MailChimp integrated is because if you say, for example, wanted to send a message to everyone in your business, right? But you didn't want to be a group, kind of a group deal, then what you do is MailChimp would do that for you. Basically what that is you're sending out a newsletter. And so what MailChimp will do is you can create newsletters in MailChimp that when you want to send it out, like if it's a weekly a newsletter, or if it's a promotion you're doing or whatever it may be, when you send that out in MailChimp, it's just going to send it out to the email, to your client's email. It's not actually going through the system, because what it is you're actually sending through MailChimp servers. And so if you were to say, hey, check out this resource, you wouldn't be able to do that, because every resource that we have tied to it is basically for your account. What that means is if you said in MailChimp, hey, check out this meal plan that I sent you, they wouldn't be able to access the meal plan. They'd actually have to log into their account and then go into that area where the meal plan's at. And the only way that you can assign resources, Steve, in our account is by going to the resources area and selecting, for example, client resources. If you did have some documents in here, or if you had audios or whatever, I'll just show you how it is on our side. But whatever resource you wanted to assign to a client, you just go over, click assign. Now this would go to a group. You can send it to a group too. Now what the group's going to be is if you selected a group, it's going to send this video to everyone that's in the group with this message. But the only way they can access that is by logging into their account. They're going to get notified via email that there's been a new resource assigned. So for example, this would be a video on diet tuning, or whatever your video is called. They'll get notified in their email that there's a new diet tuning video assigned to them with a link. They can click on that link, and if they're on their phone, it will take them right to that area on the app. Or if they're on their desktop, it'll take them right to the login page. They can log in, and then we'll be able to watch the video on the tablet or the desktop. So that's kind of a long-winded answer of saying the only benefit that we have for MailChimp is if you're doing like your email newsletters, or you're sending out, you want to send out mass promotions or whatever to your list, and you don't want, kind of that group style message, if that makes sense. So, we do have a lot of trainers that use, Constant Contacts, or they use Drip or Infusionsoft for just emailing their prospects certain things to try to get them in their business. And then once they upgrade these guys into actual paying clients or clients. Then once they're in their system, they use the messaging. So this is really just for their clients, not so much prospects. So not sure if that answered it, Steve, but that's the way to assign. Now, moving forward on the new system, the new rebuild, definitely would like you to table that question, because we do have a few things on the board to address on the rebuild that would allow you to have other functionality when it comes to messaging and stuff like that. Now, obviously, with the app, the new app, not the one that we have now that we just released, but the brand new app will be in the iOS store and the Android store. And so you'll be getting push notifications, and so will your clients. But what we just released just now for you guys, as you can tell, everything has completely changed. Functionality, the functionality is the same. We just wanted to give you a whole new experience on desktop and tablet. And then we actually created an app, an actual app for you for the mobile side as well. Okay, so this is just the first phase. The new software and the new app and all that stuff is currently being built right now, and so that release won't be out until 2021. Okay, so we just wanted to give you guys some updates for 2020, and all the new stuff will be released in 2021. So any of these ideas or features that you guys would like to see in the new platform, please put that out to me, Brandon at ptenhance.com, or you can, if you are on the lifetime member, you can put that in the Slack channel, because you're going to start seeing some movement in that channel here shortly. So we wanted to get this release out to you guys now. They're currently doing testing, making sure all this stuff is working correctly. And then obviously we have our developers currently working on the new platform. Okay.
All right. So on that question, on MailChimp, is that the only one that we integrate with, or is there another email provider such as Mailstone?
No. And that's why I was mentioning, if you look at your member list, if you were to, let's say, for example, I had 100 people in here, and I said, say, for example, I want to start using Drip, or I want to start using Constant Contacts, you could just export this list to a CSV. And then once it exports, then you can upload that into whatever other provider you want to use. We use MailChimp, and the reason why we use MailChimp is because it's free. You can send, I think, 2,000 emails up a month or something like that, up to 2,000 clients or something. So it doesn't cost any money to use. So we didn't want to integrate with something that was going to cost you guys extra money. But for the future, a lot of the stuff that we're looking at, you'll be able to integrate with other platforms, like if it's Drip or Infusionsoft. That's kind of how the whole integration, and why we're rebuilding, is we're going to allow you guys to have more integrations. Okay, so make sure if there's certain mail providers that you guys are using that you would like to have an integration with, please let us know so we can put that on the board as far as the integration. But yeah, MailChimp right now is the only provider that we integrate with.
Great. Okay, we got 4 more questions here. Want to create a monthly membership option. Is this done in e-commerce and then service? Can we walk through that real quick? Yeah,
so great question. So everything, if you guys are doing any monthly memberships, anything that requires a like a reoccurring billing, you want to do that in services. So if I'm in services and I wanted to create, let's just create that real quick. Create new package. And let's say I want this to be a monthly membership. What I would do under here is I would actually go in. I don't think I have one, so I'm going to do this again like I always do. I'm going to go back into because I want to make sure that I have a service type attached to this so I can have some reporting on it. So if I go to calendar and I go into, I always just go in here into settings, and then you'll notice where it says create new service type. I am going to just put membership. Now, if you guys have multiple memberships, you can put multiple ones in here. But I'm just gonna put membership, hit save, and it says change the service type was saved. Perfect. So now I'm gonna go back to e-commerce, go to services, and once I have this populated, I'm gonna hit create new package, and I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna put monthly membership, and then I'll select the membership now right here. And let's say, for example, I didn't really want to give them any type of credits. This was more just setting up a monthly billing. I would just go into here and make sure it's 0. So 0, 0 here, billing, single payment, or it's going to be a monthly payment. And for this example, let's say monthly membership, we wanted this to be ongoing until it's canceled, or if this was like a 4-month membership or 6-month membership, say it was a 6-month membership, we put a 6 there. Now, if this is something that you wanted to be ongoing, you would just put 4 or 5 nines. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 nines means once you set this up, they're gonna get charged every single month until it's canceled. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this is a 6-month membership here, and you could put 6 months up here if you like. Let's go 6 month. 6-month membership here, and then we put the price in there. Let's say, for example, it was $297 a month. I'm not going to put tax. I'll say it's included, and I would just say 6-month membership. And then you would want to put your full description in here, right? Full description, and then I'd hit create. And what's going to happen once you create this is now when someone buys this. So if you went into here and let's just view this on the site. I would definitely put an image in here. I don't have images on mine, guys. This is just a demo account, but someone's going to see $297 per month for 6 months. It's a 6-month membership. So they click on here, add to cart. I'm going to be in preview mode right now, so it's not going to let me go. But once I go add to cart, what's going to happen is $297 will go into your PayPal account, and they will be charged for 6 months. Okay. Now, if you guys want it to be reoccurring, where it's happens every single month until it's canceled, then you would just put the 5 nines in there. And if you go back into e-commerce, you can change this at any time too. So for example, if I went back into services, I wanted to change this up, all I need to do is click on it here, and I will change this out to 99, 5 nines, and I can just put monthly membership here. Monthly membership, and then hit save. And just clarification for you guys that are on the call, if you're trying to purchase this like as a test product or whatever, just remember, because I've done this millions of times myself on demos, you're gonna have to create a separate PayPal account. Okay, because if you're in there right now, say for example, my PayPal account, let's say it's Brandon at ptenhance.com. That's what I'm using for my trainer, my business, right? So everything my clients buy goes into that particular PayPal account, and I'm trying to test this and check out through Brandon at PT Enhance. It won't let you. It's the same account. It won't let you do that. So if you are doing any testing, make sure you set up another PayPal account. Say for example, rather than Brandon at PT Enhance, maybe it's Brandon at gmail.com. Set up that PayPal account so you can do some testing. Because what's going to happen is you're going to go through, and the other thing is too, is you want to go through, set up your test client to have that same email. Because what you guys got to remember is when you're testing, you want to make it as authentic as possible. If you're logging into a client's account, say for example, I logged in and tried to do a test purchase under Brian, and I logged in as a client, you can do that. You can go through and you can actually purchase for your client if they're in front of you or you have their card. Just remember, you want to make sure, for example, on this particular account, it's bhanley9@gmail. Okay, so if this is the email that's associated with this client, and I'm trying to check out and use Brandon at gmail.com, there's a conflict here. Okay, and that's a PayPal thing. PayPal wants to make sure that whoever is purchasing this, the email's correct, their information's correct. So just I wanted to keep you guys, if you guys are getting errors doing testing, just methodically think out that process, saying, okay, my test client is going to be, Brian Hanley, and his email is, whatever it's going to be. Set up a PayPal under that same email address, because then once you check out and use that information, PayPal goes, yep, all these boxes check out. This is an authentic purchase, and it will allow you to go through. But if they look at the email's not correct, it's going to give you an error. Okay. So I only see that when I'm doing testing and stuff like that, because I don't have two PayPal account. If this is a client of yours, you're not going to have this issue because it's actually more of an authentic purchase, if that makes sense. Okay.
Perfect, B. We got 3 more questions. I want to remind everybody, all of this is being recorded and it will be posted in the private PT Enhance Facebook members only area. So if you missed something, you can go back and watch it. An easy one for us is, can you show us how to download the app?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me plug my phone in, guys, real quick. And just so you know, I did send an email out to all of you. Hopefully you guys got it. If you didn't, I'll address it now. Most likely if you didn't get it, it's because it went to junk or spam. That's been an issue with everyone trying to get emails to their customers. But let me just show you real quick how to do that. Now, if you guys are on an iPhone, you guys need to use the Safari browser, okay? For whatever reason, the way the app stuff works, Safari is the only way you can get an app on the phone because it's the native browser of iPhone. Now, if it's an Android, just email into support, and because support, the developers have Android phones, and so they know exactly how to do it on Android. But it's the same process. It's just a little bit different. It's gonna look a little bit different. So let me share my screen real quick on my phone, and we'll get going. Trust, yes, I trust this. Let's go. All right. So what's going to happen, you'll notice I'm going to get rid of the home icon real quick. So I'm going to hold on this. I'm going to delete it. And yes. And I guess the first thing I need to share with you guys too is you guys need to have your URL already. Okay. So for example, I'm going to share my other screen real quick so you guys can see it, because I know a lot of you guys are going to be rewatching this. So for example, this is my URL right here, okay? https pt-fitness.ptenhance.com. So you're going to want to make sure you have this URL, which is your URL. You need to have this. That's the only way you're going to be able to set this up, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually email this to myself real quick so I have it. Now, if your guys' URL is a little bit easier than mine, then you guys can just type that in, but I want to show you real quick. And then if you guys do, just so you guys know, if you guys have the old shortcut on your phone, you need to delete that, okay? All right, almost there. So let me log back into my account on my phone, and I will show you. And guys, I'm pausing the screen too because I got client information on here that I'm sure they pretty well want me to show on a video. So, all right. All right, almost there. Sorry guys, my phone is just basically stopped. Copy that. Okay. All right, I'm back in. All right, let me share this again. Stop share. Share screen, iPhone. All right, back into here. All right, once this pops up, guys, I'll show you. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the Safari up here, the Safari browser. And once I click on that, I wanna put up here in the search field that my URL for my business, and it's going to be, it's not letting me even paste it in there. Good job. So let me put that in there real quick. I'm just gonna type it in. It's PTE-fitness. I would just take this on your guys's, when you guys sign up for PT Enhance, you're gonna have this URL, just copy it and then put it in. So .ptenhance.com. Okay, so once I hit go, what that's gonna do is it's gonna detect that this is coming from a mobile. So if you guys see that now. And what I'm gonna do is these three little dots on the right, if you click on those three little dots and go to login, what you're gonna do is you're gonna actually log in, put your login in information in. And once that happens, it's gonna take you to the new app, okay? So once this app's here, I'm gonna close out of that. You'll notice down here, this little square with a little arrow coming out of it. Once you click on that, it is going to pop up a screen that looks like this right here, okay? And you're gonna see right here, it says add to home screen, that little plus, okay? So once I click on this little plus icon, add to home screen, I can change this whatever I want. If you wanna put home or you wanna put PT Fitness, whatever your business name is, I'm just gonna leave home. Once I click add to the top right, once I click add here, what's gonna happen is, give me 1 second. I'm gonna move this over. what's going to do is it's going to take this app and it's going to put it right on my phone. So let me just show you that real quick. So you'll notice now that it's right back here on my phone. Now, just remember this, your Safari browser is still open. It still has the app on the browser version. So just clear out of that. So I would go into here and just clear, like we showed you before, click this little page down here and hit clear all time. And then just X out of that. So X out of that now, okay? And now what's gonna happen is once I clear out of this here, now I would go to my home screen, I'm gonna have to log in one more time. And once I log in once, I won't have to do this ever again. So I'm just gonna put my username and password in again and hit log into account. And once I log in, I'm now in the app version of it, okay? And so for example, if I were to get out of this and I go right back in, your clients do the exact same thing. If they click the home, it's just gonna take them right into the app. You don't have to log in anymore, okay? So it's basically just taking you right into the app now. Your dashboard, you can go in there and you have your members, your programs, your calendar. If you wanna create appointments, send assessments, whatever you wanna do, it's all done right here from the app. So this is how you guys do that. But just make sure when you go back in, you're not going into Safari anymore. You don't have to go through Safari anymore. It's not a browser, it's an actual app now. And you want to click on this home screen. Your clients do the exact same thing when they download the app as well. And once they click on it, it just takes them right into the client portal. Okay, they will have to enter their username and password one more time. And as long as they don't go into here and sign out. So for example, if they're in and you do the same thing, if you go to log out down here at the bottom, then you are going to have to put your password back in again. Okay, because that's how any app does it. Once you sign out, you have to sign back in. But if they just close the tab, next time they click back in, it's going to take them right back into the app without logging in. Okay, did that help, guys?
Yeah, it seems to help. How can I help a client who's having trouble logging into an assigned assessment questionnaire over the phone?
How do you help them?
How can I help a client who's having trouble logging into an assigned assessment questionnaire over the phone?
Well, for one, like for example, and I'll just show you real quick. I'm gonna stop share my screen one more time. So for example, if I'm sending an assessment or a questionnaire, let's say for example, I'm gonna send a questionnaire to my client, okay? I gotta get rid of those pop-ups. Let's look at this questionnaire right here. Let's say I want to send them a diet, exercise, and sleep diary questionnaire. Okay, if I go over here and I assign it to a client, and let me see. I want to go to my demo account. So let me see what. Sorry guys, I just changed this up. So I want to see what my test count is. Okay, demo PT Enhanced, perfect. So I'm going to send it to my test client right here, test.tester. So let me go back into my assessments, questionnaires, and then I will assign that diet, exercise, and sleep diary to my tester guy. Actually, I don't want to send to that one. I want to send health and fitness goals. Let's go tester, hit assign. Okay, now it's been assigned to the client. If you want to check, you go to assign Q&A, and you'll notice health and fitness goals was sent to tester today, June 23rd. So if you'll notice too, and let me pause this real quick and show you. You'll notice the client did get emailed that there was a questionnaire assigned. And I'll just pull up that account real quick. All right. So let me resume. Okay, so you'll notice right here, I'm in my tester email account. So it says PTE Fitness. It says, hi Tess, your trainer Brandon has assigned health and fitness goals. So for example, if I want to fill this out on my phone, let me just show you how to do that. So stop share, let me share my screen again. And so I guess the way to do this, whoever asked that question, is make sure that they got the email. The email is going to, let me show you real quick on my phone. sorry guys, I have to go back and forth from screen to screen, so it's not as easy as it looks. So let me share my iPhone screen again. Alrighty. So for example, if I click on my email account, it's going to take me into that email code. So this is the email I showed you on desktop, but it's on my phone as well. So if I were to click on this link right here, what it's going to do, it's going to open up in, for example, Chrome, right? It's going to take me into the area for your client to log in. Now, unfortunately, with the way this works, I don't know what my demo can. Let me just try it here.
Dante said that it sounds like his client is trying to log in on the desktop. He's wondering how he can help them over the phone to talk them through it.
What I would do is I would make a video, or I would send him an email on how to do it. Because what happens is, if you're not talking about over the phone, then let me stop sharing this, because what you guys will do is the way that your client signs up to anything is via an email. So for example, you want to call them on the phone and say, did you get the email? If they click on this right here, this link, it's going to take them to a login page, your login page. See, I'm already in the account, so it's taking me right to the page. But if you were, say, let's log out, and your client, say for example, got this email from you, and they clicked on it, it's going to take them to this page right here. They have to log in. So whatever your client's login is, and the way that your client gets access to the system is once you're in, let me just log in real quick. Once you're in here and you create a client or contact, so for example, if you add client or contact, as soon as you fill out this information, the first name, last name in the email, you need their time zone, and then you select yourself as a trainer and hit save. The system's going to email them login details. Okay, it's going to give them login information to log in to the client portal. Okay, so if they never got that information, they'll never be able to log in. So I would just confirm with them that they got this email. So for example, let me pull that information up real quick on my demo account. New message, thank you. So for example, right here, you guys, let me show you. This is the email that I got when I created my test account. It says, welcome to PTE Fitness. Now this would say, welcome to your business. It's going to say, dear, whatever their name is, welcome to your business name. We have created your account for use in PTE Fitness, your business name here. This is their username and password. Okay. So for example, if I copy this here, okay, and I were to go, if I go, you may log in here at this area. Let me just log back out because it's going to take me back into my account. So your client's going to click this button right here. They're going to click this link. And once they click this link, it's going to take them to the login page. Okay, they're going to put demo, whatever their email was, their username, and then their password. And when they log into their account, that's why I changed my password, probably the password. There we go. So I changed my password on the last demo. So once they click on that, this takes them right into the area. Now they're logged into the client portal. All you have to say is, hey, go over to your assessments area. And you'll notice your questionnaire is right here. It was assigned. And once they click on this health and fitness goals, they have to agree. They can't start the questionnaire until they agree to this. They submit it. And then they can go through and start the questionnaire. Okay, so I would just say over the phone, make sure that they receive that email. Now, for example, if it went to junk or spam, like I said before, we're working on deliverability stuff on our side. Every software company is having this issue where now with Gmail especially, these emails are landing in promo folders or social folders. So I would just get your client on the phone and say, for example, if they didn't get it, you can go in, just log out of here, log in back into your account, and you can send them a password reset. So I'd find this client's account in here, go under members. Let's say, for example, this was the tester account. This was the client that couldn't log in. Okay, if you go into here and click on it. Actually, go back. View or edit account. You would click send password reset email right here. Okay, so if I click on that, it says it's been sent. Okay, and I just got notified on my phone. So if I go back over here, you'll notice it says you're receiving this email because you requested a password reset. So once they click on this link, it's going to take them to reset their password and then log them into their account. So that's a way you can verify that they're actually getting these emails. But like I said, you're going to see a lot of these are landing in social updates, forum, and promotions. They're landing in these folders. So if you verify that they're clicking on all mail here, that's going to show all of those folders. So that's going to show all the emails that they should be getting. Okay. If not, then it's going to be landing in their junk or spam box, which is spam down here. It might be landing in spam. So whoever asked that question, yeah, I would reach out to your client, have them check their email, whatever email it was that they signed up, but you signed them up under, because it makes sure that's the email address they're looking into, and then have them find that welcome email. And then if they can't find it, send that password reset. And then while you have them on their phone, and it should pop up right away, like ours did. And then once they click on that, it will take them to their login page.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Awesome.
Another question. Do we have a way to customize emails that are getting out when assigning or when we assign something to a client, when we create a new client or new client account?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Now, in the new software, we're going to have more functionality. Right now, you can change it. I'll show you what it looks like. Now, if you were to send stuff, for example, questionnaires and all that stuff, it's just a system-generated email that says, "Dear Brandon, you have this resource assigned." It's real basic. So that's system. It's already basically in the system. You can't change that. But what you can change is if you add a client or contact. So if you go into, let me get my brain wrapped around this real quick. Colors and settings, where are we at here? Colors and settings here. You'll notice down here at the bottom, this is your trainer email text. So as soon as you add a client or a contact, you can actually change this welcome email to whatever you want. Just make sure you use the same format. So if I were to copy this and put it in here, and I could put in change my business name, or you want to leave this how it is. So for example, this, you want to keep this the same, but you could put in below, "Hey, welcome to my business, looking forward to working with you in the future," whatever. You just want to make sure that this is correct, because this is going to give them their username right here and their password. And then obviously the link for them to log into their account. Okay. That's where the area you would change that. But like I said, just remember, if you do want to change that welcome email that your new client gets, you just want to follow this. I know this isn't like probably the most, the easiest way to format to read. But if you do have questions with that, just email support and they can walk through a video. Like I said, I've never done this one either, but you just want to make sure you have these right here. These trainer names and these passwords and business name right here. You want to make sure that this is in there, because this is going to give them, it's going to pull the information, that's going to be your name, your business name as a trainer. It's going to give them their username, their password, and then obviously the link to log into their account. Okay. So I know that's kind of a roundabout way of, yeah, you can change that email, but you can't change, like if you send an assessment or questionnaire, you can't change what the system sends. I mean, you can change your messages up. So for example, if you went into assign, let's say for example, a questionnaire, you'll notice if you like send something out here, like assign it, and you could, Brian, all you're doing is you're going to sign this here, and the client's going to get a notification in their email stating that this particular questionnaire has been assigned. There's no actual messaging that you can do that with. The only way you could switch that up would be on resources. So for example, if we were to put in a resource, like say we were going to assign a resource to a client over here and go into PTE resources or something like that, you can change the message up here. Like for example, assign to client or group. You're going to have an area to change this message, but that's just going to show them when they, that's just going to show a basic message that they're going to get when they're actually watching the resource. We did look at, for the new rebuild, having these messages be customized, but like in the last 12 or 13 years, we haven't had a lot of requests yet. As of lately, we have. So we will be changing that up, but hopefully that kind of answers the question. The only thing you can customize right now, though, would be in sending out that welcome email to your clients when you add them as a client. Okay.
Yeah. Dante asks, so it's like a signature, except we don't change what the system sends, but we can edit the welcome email intro.
Yeah, so for example, let me just go over this real quick. If I go send a client, for example here, if I go back into my client's account, this is my demo account here. So if I send a questionnaire, right, this is what the system is going to send to your client. It's going to say, hi, client's name, hi, Brandon, right? Now my test client's name's Test, so it says, hi, Test, your trainer. This is Adante. Say, hi, your trainer, Adante, has assigned whatever it is they assigned. I assigned a health and fitness goals questionnaire, right? So for your completion, please log in to, and it's going to say your business name, if it's whatever your business name is, the website to complete the questionnaire. Remember to finalize the questionnaire once completed so the trainer knows you've received or that knows to review them. What that means is they don't finalize it, then the trainer never gets notified it's been completed, okay? And that's going to say regards your business name. So that's how the system generates all of the questionnaires. If you send a questionnaire out or a resource out, let's show you what it would look like if I send out a resource to the test guy. Let's go into diet tuning, assign to the test client. Okay, message. This is actually going to stay here. I don't think you can actually delete this one anymore. Yeah, this is the message that is going to basically say that it's protected. And then once they assign it, let's see what it looks like. My resources, when you upload your own resource, right, you're going to have a message that you can put in here. This is the message that you can put in that they're going to see. So for example, I don't have any in here. So let's just add a resource real quick. Let me pause. Let's upload an image. Let's upload a document real quick. Do I have any documents? I don't. I'm gonna upload a video. How about that? I'm gonna upload a video real quick. And sorry guys, I'm just gonna grab a YouTube video real quick for you. Lunge. I always pick lunge. Can you guys see my screen or no?
No.
All right. Probably would help if I put it in there. All right, I'm gonna go to YouTube real quick. There we are, YouTube, and I'm just gonna find a video. Let's just pretend I uploaded this to my own account. I'm gonna just take this video because I don't have one on my computer right now. So I'm gonna say share, copy that link, and then I am going to upload a YouTube video here, paste it, and I'm just gonna say test video. And then I wanna put it in a new folder. Put it in a video folder. Hi, here's your video, and then I'm gonna upload. Okay, it's in there. So now, for example, if I go to assign this resource, okay, assign it to a client or a group, I wanna select my tester account. Now, anytime I send this out, I can change up the message. So I can put, hi, Brandon, hi, whoever. But I'm just gonna leave it for this, hit assign. And then you'll notice, once I go back over here, so an educational resource, this is your trainer has sent that diet tuning. So that's the message that they got from the system. You can click on this to log in there. Let's see what the one that I just created was. Let's refresh, it'll take a second. Make sure I sent to the wrong guy. Let's go to assign resources. It just came in just now, okay. So if I refresh it now. Okay, so it's right here. And this is what it says. Hi, test. Actually, it's right here. Yeah, hi, test. Your trainer has just assigned the following resource. And this just says test video here. So once I click on this here, it's going to give me that message. Okay, so if let me log out of my account. Yeah, go to demo. Okay, so my test video here, if I open it, it's going to say the message is right here. Hi, this is the message they're going to see. Okay, so they see it when they actually log into their account. They don't see it on the email. The only thing they see on the email is just letting them know that their trainer, which is me, has assigned them the following educational resource, which is test video. Now, it's test video because that's what I called it. I called it test video, okay? And then once they click on that and they log into their account, their message is going to show right here, and then they can play the video.
Hi, I'm Tom Holland, Bowflex Fitness Advisor. This is how.
And just remember, if this is, you guys are uploading Vimeo, all Vimeo is going to do is it won't have any ads. It'll be just a video. It won't have any of this stuff in here, okay? So that's the benefit of using Vimeo is there's no ads, but YouTube will have ads because it's free, all right? And then that diet tuning would, you click on that, and that has this message that is showing it's copyrighted, so they can't send this information out to any friends or anything like that. So did that answer the question, Dante?
As we're waiting for him to reply, he had one other question about setting up a newsletter. If you could direct.
Yeah. So when it comes to setting up a newsletter, that's not anything to do with PT Enhance. You would have to go through. I could show you how to set up your account. Let me just show you that real quick. I don't use what I'm saying that is I don't actively use MailChimp. I'm just on the software side of things, so I don't use MailChimp. But I'll show you. In order to set up your MailChimp account, we have a video on how to do that. I went over that, I think, maybe a couple months ago. But what you want to do, Dante, have you set up your MailChimp account yet? You'd have to go to MailChimp.com. And once you're in MailChimp, you want to create your account, okay? So once you create your account, accept.
Yes, he has.
Okay, so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna log in, and I think I still have my old login, so let me try that. Brandon, there we go, log in. So what's gonna happen is once you log into your account, emails, SMS, you have to verify. I don't even know what this email is. Okay, let's just do that. Let me just get the code real quick, you guys, so I can show you. What's gonna happen is you just need to set your API up. Have you already set your API up and all that, Dante?
No.
Okay, so I'm showing you. I just got the code. I put it in. So what's going to happen is you're going to and now this is my old account, right? Because this is my old. So let me just change it up real quick and change it to. Settings. Should be under account. When you set it, when you go through this, you're going to name it your business name. I put Brandon's Fitness. That was my old account, and now I want to change it. So let's go into here under profile and Brandon PT Enhance. Let's see, where's my business name at? I don't know where business name is. It should be under account. So anyways, let's just pretend that this is contact information. So guys, like I said, I set this up a long time ago. So company organization, so it's going to be this, Brandon's Fitness. So let's just going to put PTE Fitness and save. You missed this field. Office phone 760. That's a fake number, guys, so don't try to call it. Verify, I couldn't find anything, so whatever. Okay. So we're just going to leave it as Brandon's Fitness because it's not letting me change it. What I'm going to do is you'll notice when I go into my account, I'm going to have some options up at the top here. Okay, like for example, it says extras. You want to select API key. API key is going to give you your key right here. This is the key that you're going to need. So copy that here. Right click and hit copy. And once you copy that, you want to go back into your MailChimp account. And that's going to be under messages, under newsletters, or under newsletters up here. And then you're going to enter your API. Okay, when you hit that, hit get started, what's going to happen is it's going to say, okay, what list do you want to use? Okay. Now the list is the list that you've set up. Once you first do this, you need to go in and you need to create a list. And let me go under, I believe it's under audience. Okay, so it's under audiences. And with MailChimp, you only get one list that you can upload. And I created mine. It was basically Brandon's Fitness. So if you wanted to get, say, view audiences here. So this was my list here. So once you create it, when you first create your MailChimp account, it's going to say audience, create audience. And once you create your audience, you want to select whatever you want to call it. I just put Brandon's Fitness in here because that was my list. And once you create that and hit save, what's going to happen is when you connect your API, it's going to say what list you want to use. And you're going to select that list that you created. So once I click Brandon's Fitness here and hit select, and that's an error, I got to get that changed. It's now you're integrated. Okay. So once you're integrated and you go into your member list and you have, let's say 20 people, 30 people in here, all you need to do is go back to your messages area, newsletter, and sync it. Okay. For example, if I go into newsletters, just click sync now. And once you do that, it's going to sync all of your contacts into this list right here. So then when you want to go and create a campaign or a newsletter, you would just go into campaigns or create an email. And this is the name of it. Let's just say it's monthly, let's just say June newsletter. Okay. And then hit begin. You're just going to follow these prompts. You're going to go to all your subscribed contacts because you just synced those. Okay. If you want to go and change them, you can hit edit, edit the recipients. But that's going to send it to all your subscribers. Okay. Then you can say you're going to say from, Brandon's Fitness or your name, your email address, and then subject. What's the subject line going to be? Monthly newsletter, whatever. And there's a preview text. That's what they're going to see before they open the email. So you put that in there, and then you would just design your email. Okay. I'm gonna have to put this in here. And then you're going to go design email. And then once you design your email, you could select from templates that are in here. Okay, pretty simple. I haven't done this in a long time, but you can go in here and select a template. And if you did, let's say, for example, was make an announcement or tell a story or follow up or educate, let's say you need to upgrade to use these ones, but you can use these right here. You can go into make an announcement, click on that. You would go in here and just start building out your email. And once you're done, so for example, you would upload, you could change this stuff out and write, share big news is happy June or something. Hit save and close. You're just going to build your email out this way. Okay. Once you're done adding photos and all your stuff in there, you're going to hit continue. And then you're going to hit send. Okay. Down here at the bottom. Where's it at? You want to edit this and then you're going to say schedule. And then you're going to hit send. And then that's how you send your email. But I honestly, Dante, I haven't been in here. I haven't created an email in MailChimp in a long time. But MailChimp does have tutorials on how to do that. But basically, the integration that we give you will sync all your contacts into MailChimp. So when you send out your email campaign, you can just select all your contacts. This is basically right in here. Your audience is going to be your list here. Okay. And then you can send it. Okay. Hopefully that helped, but as far as actually building,
yes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Because I actually haven't built one in a long time, so I did a couple of years ago, but it's been a while. If you guys do want to upgrade, I think MailChimp's pretty cheap. It does give you a bunch of campaigns that are already built, so they're already designed. But that is part of their paid subscription. Okay. Is there any other questions?
Nope, we're good.
Okay, so guys, just real quick, kind of got off track just a tad today, but I'm glad I got to answer some questions. I just wanted to show you just a few things in the new software. Only thing we've changed up, obviously the whole design's been redone. It's a lot faster. You'll notice the code base is quicker. The navigation's gone off the top, right? So basically you're going to have it down here. Now, when you do click in the, say, for example, members area or website or whatever, you're still going to, say, for example, under colors and settings, you won't notice, like, you're going to have this area here. In order to get to the other area, go back to manage. But if you go into, like, say, programs, we did give you navigation back at the top. Okay. So for example, some of these areas will give you top navigation again. So if you're in the programs area, you'll be able to go to unassigned programs right from here, or your templated programs right from here. Okay. So not every area has that. We only did it to areas that most of the trainers spend most of their time in. So once you're in that area, say for example, calendar, and we went to appointments, you'll notice you'll still have top navigation here. So if you want to, rather than going back to settings, you can go right back up here to settings as well. Okay. So you'll notice if you guys run across anything, please let us know. Like for example, creating appointments, everything has been completely remodernized and changed and restyled. So you'll notice that's in there. But if you come across anything, any alignment issues, just let us know. Obviously we have our developers in there testing, but having more than one set of eyes helps out. So if you guys have any questions or find something when you guys are in your software, please email support@ptenhance.com. Please don't email Jason or myself, like I said, because we do have to forward those emails. And if we forward them from our emails, they don't take priority. You guys get priority sending emails from yourself, okay? So you'll also notice too, we don't have support library in here anymore. So for example, there's no videos as of right now, because I have to reshoot every single one of them, okay? So you'll notice we will have an area where the new videos will be, but we just didn't want to show you the older videos anymore. We needed to redo those. So I'll be adding those as I film. So I'm gonna try to get a lot of those done this week. So, but like I said, any questions on how to use the software or anything like that, please email support@ptenhance.com or submit that form, and I'll go over that on next Tuesday. But if I don't have any other questions, guys, I am going to call it a day. Hope you guys having a great one. I look forward to speaking with you guys on, hold on real quick, let me chat. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, it looks like we're all good to go. So you guys have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys on next Tuesday. Cheers.